Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Prussian Imperial Stout from Workhorse Brewing Company out of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. I say that in my sleep now. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What are we going to be drinking today, gentlemen?
So this is the Prussian Imperial Stout, unlike the label that Ben has as the Russian Imperial Stout. This is from Workhorse Brewing. So this is Prussian, not Russian. So I'm intrigued and excited and curious how much coffee versus chocolate versus other that we have in here. So
I'll go in there and Photoshop a little P in front of it. How about that?
It's okay.
I don't even know.
I just wanted to be able to call you out, you know.
I thought it was weird.
Starting the P, he's just...
Yeah, I thought it was weird that they have a Prussian, the beer is called Prussian Imperial Stout when it's a Russian Imperial Stout. I'm guessing Andy will give us some information on that, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know. Mine's open.
You wait, Ben. You wait.
This is thick.
Ben, you just worried about adding the P, and I'll take care of the rest.
I can handle that.
It's interesting.
Ooh, I got a little crazy with the foam there.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit ahead, but not unlike Ben and you.
Oh, that's all right. It'll cascade or whatever it's called.
Cascade.
Is that what it's called? Did I get that right? Or no?
Waterfall? I don't know.
Yeah, Don't Go Chasing Cascades was the original, but then they're like, it just didn't seem right. So I can already see what Don's gonna write. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Cheers, Don.
Get a nose of that.
I'm still drinking mostly foam.
Tip it.
Tip it up. There you go.
Prussian Imperial Stout. It is a Russian Imperial Stout, 9.6%, 55 IBUs, with coffee, chocolate, and dark fruits. Trying to pick out the dark fruits. I can definitely get chocolate and coffee.
And the IBUs.
Yeah, it's got a little bitter to it. And that's like, is that IBU bitter? Or is that like dark chocolate or baker's, like a baker's chocolate, semi-sweet? I was like, kind of reminds me of that. Well, Ben, y'all were referencing the name. Workhorse Brewing Company was founded in 2018 in the city of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. It is an actual city. And I've been there. Oh, and I've been to the famed King of Prussia Mall. Very big mall.
Wow.
In my childhood, I went there. So this brewery is 4 core brands. They distribute mostly to Southeast Pennsylvania and to New Jersey. Yes, Western New Jersey, maybe. And they ship all over Pennsylvania. So
are there cores?
It did not mention if this was a core limited or not, but it said 4 core beers. King of Prussia got its name. The city got its name in the 1700s from a local tavern called the King of Prussia Inn, which was named after King Frederick II, who was also known as Frederick the Great, who was at one point King of Prussia. Prussia was a German state in northern Germany, and the kingdom became kingdom in 1701. And 1918 is when the German Revolution came, and then became the country we know as. So all the little kingdoms came into one. So you had Bavaria, Prussia, some other places around there. So Prussia was part of Germany. That was pretty cool. George Washington actually stayed at that tavern in 1777 in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Full claim to fame. That's it.
That's it.
Drink up.
My guess is this is not one of their core beers, although it is one that they seem to have good bit on. I mean, it's about maybe number 8 or 9 on Untapped for them.
Yeah, they it says on the label that been put on there, keep cold, drink fresh.
So
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah. I bought it from a beer store north of Philadelphia in June of 23. We're doing this in January 24. It said it was canned on October of 22. Yeah.
it's all right. It's just stout.
Yeah. And Imperial Russian Stout. Yes. That's it.
Oh, all right. Is this the first one you've had of this particular beer? I'm guessing you've got a
I did not
extra
have this
soldier
yet.
there in inventory.
I did not.
You haven't had it, huh?
Didn't want to
Okay.
chance it.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be
All
an
right.
organic, flowing review.
All right, I'll go first, since you provided it, and I get tired of making Jay go first. It's just not really fair. So
You
I'll
know
go
what you
first on
get
this one.
to with a coffee beer.
Yeah. So yeah, I think definitely the coffee, definitely that dark chocolate. That flavor is kind of fading a little bit for me as I drink a little more of it. But yeah, the bitter is there a little bit too. I don't know what it is on the nose though. The nose is, I don't know. I don't like the nose at all. It's like something comes through. I don't know if it's a derivative of the dark chocolate.
Is there any
What?
remnants in your mustache that are
No, I agree with Ben. I tried.
lunch?
I smelled it several times. It's almost like it might be the fruit, but there's something that's different because when you
Yeah,
smell it versus drinking it are completely different.
it is completely different. And I would say the nose itself is not pleasant. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like if I smell this and then
It's not what you expect with that.
Smells
Right.
more chocolate than it tastes.
I don't know if it's
No,
chocolate, I don't
I
know.
would say more of the dried fruit.
I think you're probably right, Jay. I think it's probably more of a dried fruit, maybe a dried fruit with chocolate, but I don't know, a little hint of chocolate. It's
Can't get that fruit.
yeah. I don't get the fruit though on the taste. I think for me though, this one, I don't know. It's not for an imperial stout. I mean, I really want the flavor to be bold, and for me, it's not. It's it's okay. It's kind of like a medium stout for me. I mean, you got kind of like the Guinness, which is kind of a light stout, and you've got other stouts I've had that are just really rich and full of flavor. And I think this was somewhere between. So for that reason, I think it's okay. As far as where I come out on it, I'm going to give it. I think I'm going to give it a 6.5. I mean, for my stout taste, this is probably not one that I'm going to reach for. I still like it because it's a stout, and I really like stouts. But at the same time, on the stout scale, it's not going to be up there for me, personally.
Okay.
Jake,
Mhm.
you're up.
Yeah, so Ben always prefaces his things when we get into some of the the India pales. This one to me is full of coffee. I do not like coffee in my beer. Um, I don't mind the bitter, but it does have an extreme bitter back end to it. I can get the coffee, the chocolate, and one or two of the sips I've had, there was a little bit of fruit there. It's hard, but it's not something that I'm thrilled about. I'm just not a coffee drinker. Can't stress that enough, I guess. To me, it's probably a 6, mainly because of some of my personal taste, but I see what you're saying, Ben. I mean, you have the Guinness over here that's a light stout. I actually really enjoy a Guinness. And then we've had some that are, these fully rich imperial stouts where you get up in the 12, 13, 14%. I mean, Prairie does some great ones that are flavored and things like that. They have a lot of pop and bang to them. And they're very flavorful and they cover their booze. This one to me is just kind of middle of the road. Heavy on the coffee. I don't know.
Yeah, and before Andy jumps in there, I think for me, even is the person who doesn't like bitter the most probably here. Like I don't want to say I don't notice the bitter. I mean, it's definitely there, but it's like I'm so busy trying to pick out some of the other stuff that the bitter doesn't bother me as much on this one, being a bitter hater. But it's so I guess what I'm trying to say is that really didn't really even factor into my score. It's not the bitter didn't affect how I rated it when I normally don't like bitter. So
it's almost like the coffee has some back end bitter to it.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
So I don't drink coffee, but I've often heard that people sometimes coffee can get bitter, and
if you've ever eaten a coffee bean, it can be bitter.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Everybody's doing it. It's cool.
No. Sorry.
All right,
Andy. Once
my turn.
That's it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You've only had coffee one time in your life?
Yes, sir. Just a story for another day.
Man, talk about weird people on the internet, huh? All right. Andy, what do you say?
Well, we have reviewed 2 other Russian Imperial Stouts. Wake Up Dead from Left Hand and Coven from
the other one, Adroit.
Yeah, Adroit there. This has got more IBUs. This was a more bitter beer compared to the others, higher IBU. And I am trying to figure out if these IBUs are from hop, if it's from the dark chocolate, if it's from the coffee, because again, as we said earlier, coffee beans can create bitterness. Dark chocolate, like good old baker's chocolate, can be bitter. And of course, the hops. And I still cannot pick out the fruit, whatever dark fruit is in there. dark fruit being, I don't know if it's like evil as in dark fruit. The evil arts, the dark fruits of the underworld are pouring into this beer. Ben, you look like you were trying to be possessed by your beer for a moment, so I was trying to help it along. I still enjoy the coffee and the chocolate feel, that roasted sensation. I'm a sucker for a good stout. It is bitter, but I would drink this over again, and I've got another one. I'm going to appreciate it another time. I'm glad it's 9.6%. So if I gotta have a roasted bitter feeling, I want to get toasted with my roasted. So let's go. I don't know. I'm going to give this one a 7.0.
You just coined the new Hopped Up Beer Review back of the t-shirt phrase. Toasted with my roasted. You heard it here first. Can't steal it.
Yeah. Right.
It's just organic. It just comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. Put a beer in your face, right?
Whatever. Up in the old bean.
Yeah. That is going to be a 6.5 for the Prussian Imperial Stout from Workhorse Brewing Company. It is a Russian Imperial Stout, and one that we have enjoyed talking about today. Thanks, Andy, for bringing it back and muling it back to the south from the Pennsylvania area. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell. We would definitely appreciate that feedback. If you've made it this far and you have liked this video, we appreciate you watching this video as well. Check us out on all social media, links down below in the description, and come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. If you have not done so, you are definitely missing out. Andy, Jay, and I don't really even chat that much, but everybody else just jumps in there. So come jump in there with everybody else. And if you're interested in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, like Jay's shirt or the other stuff Jay is going to show here, the koozie, the glass.
What is Jay going to show? What can we put hopped up on?
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Ben.
Phone case.
There we go.
So, anything. If you don't see what you're looking for with our logo on it, I'm sure Zazzle can throw it on there. So,
No.
With that, appreciate you checking out this video. We've had a lot of fun on this one today. Hope you've enjoyed it. For Andy in the Attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.